Greetings Tubiverse, I am one noob, and in this Top War video, we're going to take a look at what makes a good PVE or player versus environment hero. I want to give a special shout out to Cass of the legendary server 770, as well as Ragnar Lothbrok, who you can find helping run Timmy's Discord, the Top War official Discord, and well, just about in every nook and cranny in the Top War universe behind the scenes. I love that guy, and he contributes a ton to the Top War community. So about once a month, Top War gives us the gift of a brand new hero, some great, some not. There are a lot of brilliant people that test them as soon as they come out, and a lot of us jump to watch their videos and read the spreadsheets they put together on their uses and values. I love the spreadsheets, by the way. I think there should be more. And I'm a huge fan of Data Warriors, as I'm one myself, but that's a different story in a galaxy far, far away called Adult Land. Sorry, I kind of oversold it. Strong PvP or player versus player and PvE. I'll do this one more time. Player versus environment heroes have a lot in common. So please don't think that being good at one means being bad at the other. The value of PvE heroes is strong, and they help you out in getting prizes in a lot of daily grind chores and special events. For free-to-play players, these heroes are super important, especially if they're universal heroes. Not to mention bragging rights on your server, there's that. So, let's break down what makes a good PvE hero and how you can get a solid hint from their hero card as to if you're looking at a good potential PvE hero. First off, let's take a look at two different setups that I've got here for you for funsies. I'll try to control for a lot of the variables by using just one different hero and show you how different your results can be as you start learning the rules of PvE hero setups. Right now in my main hero march for Army, I use Gypsy, Snake Eyes, and Striker. That's, in terms of like recording right now. As of the date of me recording this video for you, they are considered to be one of the best Army PvP lineups. I took a minute to hit aces in the time trial, and yes, he smushed me. Just look at all of his pretty vowels, way bigger March, and shiny new heavy trooper. But look, Asuka in the March isn't as strong as Snake Eyes, just in case you think I'm trying to pull something here. The difference between these two marches would have been a lot stronger if I would have gone up against someone a little bit closer to my level, or if I would have enabled the right base skins and activated my base skin effects. But while filming this video, we're in Eternal Lands, so I'm not going to waste my base skills for the video, so sorry, not sorry, Tubiverse. So, what happens when I compare these two lovely heroes in a PvE setup? Let's take a look at the total damage that I can do in the sand table exercise. You guys that have been around for years, don't judge. I'm a newbie. One noob, it's kind of my name. I've run this over and over again, and you'll notice in my list that there are hits around 15T damage and hits that are in between 22, 23, sometimes 24T damage. Guess who hits harder? It's Asuka, yo, and that sexy red skin-tight plug suit from the Evangelion event. If you didn't know that's what the suit's called, watch the anime and it will make sense. In any event, what we want to know is this. How can the hero lineup work so much better in PvE one way and PvP in the other? I didn't even move my Titan gear over to her. Yes, I did let her wear clothes, so you get your mind out of the gutter, people. Let's not go down that road. The first hint isn't watching the battle. It's looking at the hero cards for both of them, which is kind of the point of the video. This is what we need to hone in on, because our goal is to be able to read PvE potential yumminess in the hero card before spending precious time and orange universal hero shards on the wrong hero. Happens to the best of us, myself included. Snake Eyes is through the roof in his overall power ranking versus Asuka. Look, it's 513k versus 119k. It's not even close here. So we know that score isn't going to help us figure it out because we just saw the reverse happen. So what about their actual skills? I'll quote their stat modifiers for my heroes in terms of their final percentages, but please remember enhancements are based on hero stats like war, defense, and command. You can change some of these with decor items, of course. So when you look at the same heroes, your actual percentages may vary. It's like a weird, goofy disclaimer, but whatever. Let's start with Snake Eyes. He has a 53.3% HP enhancement, but it's just for Army. Asuka also has an HP enhancement, but not only is it slightly higher at 58%, but also, unlike Snake Eyes, her HP enhancement works for all units. Credit to Asuka. Now, that's an actual advantage in PvP and PvE for Asuka. We're not really in the right place. That can't be it, right? Okay, not good. The next thing, let's move on, we will see is a critical difference. Snake Eyes has something called Hostile, which is a defensive ability. When a unit in the first two rows is hit, that unit goes after the weakest enemy and hits it for 80% damage. And if that target dies, this is yummy, Army units get 15% damage increase on my side, so they just keep pounding harder and harder. This isn't that useful against a single PvE target though, right? Yeah. So for PvE in general, it's just a meh kind of feature. In PvP though, this feature is great because Snake Eyes will punch a hole in your opponent's lineup one stack at a time, and it's really fun to watch. Or at least as fun as the battles actually can be in Top War. That's another story. Asuka, on the other hand, let's read through her hero card the rest of the way through, okay? Asuka increased the attack of the first 2 rows by 42%, nice. But that's not what really is pushing her hits through the roof versus Snake Eyes in our PvE environment. She has an attack skill that can trigger after every attack from a regular unit. When it does trigger, she can hit 6 times, count them, and deal 50% damage. So when she triggers on a single PvE, she can do up to 300% damage to that target. And every single unit can do this, yo. She's a fiery lady, and who doesn't love a lady that can hit like a Mack truck or like a Kiwi? Look it up. Now I'll bounce back to Snake Eyes, and let's look at what this level 5 exclusive is giving me. I'm getting solid increases to his skill effect, the attack of all units, additional HP enhancement, and a very nice increase on his hostile effect. This is what makes Snake Eyes pretty dangerous in the right PvP march. One more switch over to Suka for her hero exclusive, which, yes, I also have at level 5. I tend to stop at level 5 because I don't drop hundreds of thousands of dollars in the game. It's just a thing. You can see here that we have an increase on her skill effect, all units attack, which is about equal to Snake Eyes, so those kind of cancel out in a weird way. And last but certainly not least, a delicious Ignite ability that hits 2 enemy units each round. Asuka is a really weird hero and is just a lot stronger against PvE because of the amount of attack damage as well as the number of triggers. So this is something you should always be on the lookout for in PvE heroes. Now, something you cannot see from the hero card, which is very important, is proc rate. I've mentioned this in other videos before, that this isn't something you can see from the hero card. You can figure it out yourself by beating on the world boss and counting the number of times a hero activated his or her skill versus the total skill activations in the battle report. You'll need at least 10 hits to get an idea of hero's proc rate. That's a low number though, right? So to be really sure, you might want to do about 20, right, or more. It's helpful. I have been told by a lot of people that have been playing this game for years that proc rates do not change based on star levels, and Top War mentions no increases, quite specifically in proc rates, due to exclusives leveling up. So I think this is true. I mean, let's go with it. Bear in mind, the hero has to stay alive a reasonable amount of time in order to get a good gauge of proc rate. Because, well, dead troops throw very limp jabs. It's just a thing. There's also strange hero combinations that can affect proc rates, just the synergies kind of work pretty well. It doesn't modify the proc rate, it just increases their synergy, thus the ability to produce a proc. Don't ever forget there are some great spreadsheet wizards out there that can help if you know where to look. And also Timmy's Discord and YouTube videos do the best job I've seen at running new heroes through all the possibilities. So you have multiple tools at your disposal as well if you want to go look them up. So wrapping all of this up, these 2 heroes tell us a lot about what makes a good PvE hero. While proc rates matter for PvP and PvE environments, attack trigger times matter a lot more in player versus environment or PvE situations. Also, attack damage, critical hits, critical damage, and offensive abilities are your biggest focuses in PvE hero lineups. Defensive heroes aren't what you're looking for in a PvE, so leave them out of your lineup. I'd venture to say that PvE hero lineups are a lot less nuanced than PvP lineups because of this one fact. So, that's a lot of detail you can gather in looking at a hero card and making a solid guess as to PvE potential. I would love to hear your thoughts on this, so please throw me a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and please throw me a comment. Every time you leave me a comment and throw me a like, it helps my channel grow. And if you're feeling super giving, head over to my merch store, which I've put at the end card of this video, and grab some One Noob Noob merch. It's the blue One Noob Noob logo, yo. Click it and get you some merch. Thank you for watching as always, and until next time, Tubiverse, keep doing a great job out there at smushing your enemies, and I'll keep making the best content I can for you.